In this universe,
in this galaxy, in this world, beneath the influencer clouds,
over the viral video fields,
off the information superhighway,
there are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering
more opinions.
If you listen,
you will hear.
Is that a preview?
Here's how we do it. It's Monday night, and it's feeling alright. It's Alex and the motherfucking garbage man.
Stop.
Hi,
Is that a
it's
preview
so good for my hood tonight.
Is this how Another
No.
Simple Solution is opening their next show?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, this is how we do it by Montel Jordan.
Yes.
Right? I'm okay
Do
with
it.
that. I'm good with that. So tomorrow is All Hallows Eve. And, you know, guys, remember, the most important thing to do when you get your candy from your children and, you know, whatnot, you got to make sure to check for things, right? Because this day and age, there's some weirdos out there. So remember, check your children's food and candy. Keep your little ones safe, okay? Okay? Because someone is sneaking 45s into Doritos. And let's just say, it is sad because whoever's giving out sweet chili heat Doritos is pretty awesome. But the fact that they're endangering children's lives is unacceptable. Come on, people, be better. Please be better.
In this economy, come on, man. I can see this happening back in the 80s, but drugs and guns are way too expensive now to be just giving away to children. Come on.
Come on, man. Get a life.
Yeah.
Let their children worship the devil. So worshiping the devil apparently involves going to a stranger's house, standing on their doorstep and saying trick or treat. That is somehow code for I am worshiping Satan. You got to explain that one a little bit more, Gordon. But thank you for being here. Hey, Bolo.
But isn't like the Devil Night Tonight? Isn't it Devil Night Tonight?
I think according to the movie The Crow, yes, it is the night before Halloween.
Well, and that is all lore is the crows. So yes, okay. Yes. Burp. Oh, excuse me. That's good. Speaking of which, with the guns and the bags of Doritos, and I know you shared this post before. I think it was on this show you shared it. Is this the one that gets me when you start seeing the picture saying, check your candy for drugs and edibles. Like, no, they're not giving you the edibles. They're expensive. People are not giving your children edibles. They're not. At all.
Yeah, this first happened during the Satanic Panic, the idea of the razor blade in the apple. Do you know what you have to do to mutilate an apple to get a razor blade into it and make it undetectable?
Yeah. Can you imagine? Yeah, like I want everyone to think about that right now. So,
she's chewing on razor blades right now.
Wow. I lost my train of I can't. That was so awesome. I'm lost. Wow. I'm lost right now.
Hey, Fred.
Oh, okay. So I don't know, Alex. You didn't dabble much. Gordon did. I don't know who else has, but if you ever made an apple bong, for instance, people used to make apple bongs. Now you pictured like how mutilated that apple was when you made a bong out of it. And do you think that someone could slide a razor blade in there undetected, so nobody would die? Like, come on, learn to work, kids. Seriously, like.
Now let me divert momentarily because Frank is here. I would like to congratulate Frank on 504 subscribers as of today.
Yay!
Way to go, Frank. But I would also like to laugh in Frank's face because of the Hellraiser 1987 Retour movie review. I say... Thank you. Retour.
Allow me to retour to your comment.
It's all good. I'm just messing with Frank.
Yeah, but we're supposed to.
It's not what I'd be like. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, parents, what are you? You don't scared? We're on a roll today.
Parents who actually think that kids dressing up and asking for candy somehow makes them, Satan worshipers, those parents are dumber than I was when I was 15 or 35 or 26. These these parents who jump to the wildest conclusions because, oh, my baby, I got to protect my baby. Jesus.
Yeah,
Don't fix it, Frank. Leave it as is.
Please leave it. Don't do that. Please leave that. We're asking nicely. Please.
Hail. I would love to see Tex outside in his backyard with his big old cowboy hat on, firing his gun in the air. Hail Satan, boys!
Yeah! Tap, tap, tap. I am wearing my Texas Chainsaw Massacre shirt today, so it is, All Hallows Eve, so get some death going. I have to admit, though, we fully intended on Saturday night to watch the latest Evil Dead Rising, because it's on Prime now. But I bought my wife a TV stand, so we needed to put it together. So I'm like, hey, let's throw something on Disney. And I was like, let's throw on Toy Story. Needless to say, we didn't watch Evil Dead because we watched all the Toy Stories instead. Because I just wanted some background noise, right? And I totally got distracted. Totally watched Toy Story. And I got to say, those first 3 Toy Stories are pretty solid movies. They're pretty good. 4th one was okay, but the first 3 are pretty awesome.
Heel quarters and ooh, interesting. I wonder what those would look like. Just little slits, you take a razor blade and you kind of cut into the apple and you shove a quarter in there. I could see that happening, but still, it's there.
Isn't it funny how you go from putting loonies and slits in apples to throw them at hookers' vaginas or strippers' vaginas? It's a circle of life.
No, it's all right, Gordon. But again, the reason for the delay is because you're using Facebook. And I've said it many times, Facebook, for whatever reason, does not have the streaming capability that YouTube does. But it's all good. I get what you're saying. It's all good.
It is kind of funny how that is, right? I mean, because I realize, because I don't know how the internet works. Right? I don't know. But how YouTube is just so much better than Facebook is. I wonder, what, without getting into the weeds too much, how come it's so much better for the streaming like this?
I'm guessing that by this time, in this day and age, Google owns YouTube. So with all the money that Google has, they can put a whole bunch more into server space and better technology, fiber optics and whatnot, Facebook is more geared toward posts as opposed to live streaming.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now she's trolling us.
I think she has a thing for Brody and just wants to see his face.
And you know what? Both a shout out and an apology to Brody, because I did not ask him if I could use his face for that thing that we played.
Well, in fairness, anybody that watches this show or anyone in this area that knows Brody knows exactly how he talks and the way he is. I'm sure he's not offended. And if he is, he can let me know, and I'm sure we're not going to change anything. So
I would change it, but I would also let him yell at you, because he'll probably never say it to me.
Brody wouldn't yell. You want to know what? That's one thing. He's not a yeller.
Really?
So I don't think. No, he's not a yeller. No, not at all. Oh, somebody's watching. I'm scrolling through Facebook. Someone's looking for stuff to watch. Somebody's put on video like when the African American dude's fighting Jason on top of the building in Manhattan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
So stupid.
Gordon, I think you got a point. It's only a matter of time, because at this point in human history, people have done some pretty stupid things, like in the past 20 years alone. So yes, I do not doubt for a moment that you have a good point, and you're probably making a poignant prediction. Hey, Fraser.
Hey, Head. There's the name he probably hasn't heard since Mackenzie. Knock on wood, like hopefully that doesn't happen, but it is kind of shocking with all the BS that's gone on that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not, God, we know we jinxed it and we're going to be ever for all the guys that killed Halloween, but, you know.
Ooh, wow. Because I saw the first 3 Hell Houses. I think the first one is the best out of the 3, although the other 2 do help to propel the story along. It gets kind of stale by the third one, because I think you kind of know where it's going. I liked the ending, though, of the third one, because that references back to, was it footage from the second or the first? No, the second, I think. I'll watch it one day. And speaking of which, in our show with Tex, I think 2 weeks ago, there was a movie he recommended. And I'm going to bring that up because I watched it not too long ago. I think it was 2 days ago. It is called The Funhouse Massacre. It was okay. It was a mixed bag. It had some good laughs. It had some decent gore, but some of the one-liners were pretty terrible, and the way they were delivered was kind of terrible too. But it's got enough familiar faces in it that it's decent. Like Clint Howard is in it, for example. So it's an okay movie. It's an okay way to spend an hour and a half of your time if you choose to do so.
I find it hard to believe that a movie called The Funhouse Massacre had really bad dialogue and crappy one-liners. How dare you?
Had some nice boobs, though, for a second or two.
Well, it is. Hey, I think that we've seen this one before, but again, I wouldn't be shocked if somebody had done this, but this is genius. Of course, it's a Florida man. Of course, it'd be a guy in Florida that would put peanut butter on his hands and punches a neighbor that's allergic to nuts. Like, that's a total Florida dude thing. Like, oh my goodness.
That is kind of ingenious, actually.
It really is. It is, actually. It's, yes.
Well, it depends, Gordon. What is defined by the word bunch? Now, or just like how do you define mass shooting, which is 5 or more people? How do you define bunch of kids? Are we talking 5 or more? Let's make that the standard. 5 or more kids getting poisoned means a bunch getting poisoned. Poisoned or drugged? I don't know. I didn't hear about it happening in the 80s.
Okay, so there is. So I just typed in, kid poisoned, and now, so I did see this. So it was doing myths on bust. So it is a myth, but it has happened. Now, the kid there's only one case where it's happened, and it was a father that did it to his own child. Yes. So, I've heard this before. Oh crap! No, go away. I'm just trying to find. Okay. So the data going back to 1958, no one could find a single case of a child killed or seriously injured by contaminated treat picked up in a course of trick-or-treating. Okay, the only one that ever happened was the father. In 1984, a father named Ronald Clark O'Brien was convicted and executed for killing his 8-year-old son Timothy when he laced his candy with cyanide. He was doing it for insurance purposes. So, the Tylenol poisoning wasn't Halloween related. We're talking Halloween related. We're talking specifically like trick-or-treating, not the Tylenol killing. Texas, man, yeah.
Only in Texas, boy.
Again, that is something that I would attribute to Florida, but yeah, I actually just listened to a podcast about the Tylenol killer not too long ago. Yeah, and that was in Chicago. Yeah. Yeah, because it was just in a local thing. Yeah, in 1982.
I don't think it was ever determined if Tylenol was at fault or some psycho.
It was a psycho.
Because Tylenol is sold does not mean the company is at fault. But don't go bringing up, oh, we got to sue the gun companies because they sold the guns. Oh, come on. You don't blame Tylenol.
So there was a prime suspect in it, but was never arrested. Yeah. It was in Chicago. So, yeah.
Uh-oh, it's the mysterious they.
So instead of saying they, let's say Tylenol representative blamed a psycho. But then if that was indeed the case, then why would it be isolated to just like one store in Chicago or a couple? I think it would have been more widespread. Because I don't know how they make Tylenol and those mats of like ibuprofen and stuff like that, but I'm sure they don't make like a container of 20, right? You know what I mean? So.
Wow. And he did it all for the insurance money.
Yep. Crazy, right?
Silly.
Well, I just got it up in front of me here. I don't know if you're saying that I have no more. I'm just reading it right here. Yeah, it was never solved, but they did have a guy they thought was responsible for it.
Tylenol allowed the media. Tylenol was so huge back then, they controlled the media and told them what to say. Come on.
Illuminati confirmed.
Instead of using the words "no Tylenol allowed the media," you could say it in such a way that a representative from Tylenol told the media or told newscasters, and the newscasters relayed what the spokesperson said, instead of Tylenol allowed the media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said.
But I'm a person, so I don't know.
What else we got here? I'm just looking. Oh, look at the fun bags on that whole done. Sorry, that was an appropriate word.
Yeah, we're gonna get canceled for that one. Well, at
Yeah,
least I
probably.
made sure the show is not suitable for children on YouTube.
Yeah. This reading. What?
Do you plan on handing out candy tomorrow night?
Yes.
Now, do you, because my parents have done this for years, they always keep count of how many show up. Do you keep a list?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. Yeah. Not at all. So, are you going to be handing out candy?
No, I won't be here.
Oh, you're working.
Yeah.
Oh. Fair.
Come on, man. Come on.
Well, Red, that was good. You know what's not a gift, yeah? In the burrito. Well, person dessert. $5?
Get
Get
out of
out
here.
of here.
But you brought up a new meme, a butt-rito.
A burrito. We should ask Alma or Bolo, what is a burrito? I need to confirm a burrito, please.
I got what he worth, but oh god. That's why. That's one of the reasons that I can't hand out candy, even now that I know I can't have a bunch of sugar, because if I have a bowl of candy around me and it's got those little chocolate bars of not Mr. Big, what's the other one? Maybe it is Mr. Big. No, it's the O. Henry. Those are so delicious. I can't resist.
So I know we know what it is. I know we know we're just being smart asses, Bolo, that's all. So we usually get Kim bought like one of the packs like with Arrow, Kit Kat, Smarties, Coffee Crisp, I believe. Arrows. Oh, they're just delicious. Oh, Arrow bar. Oh, they're so good. But yeah, the Arrow is, yeah. If I in that little box there, yeah. You want some, and it doesn't get enough love. I don't see much anymore. A crispy crunch.
Ooh.
Love me a crispy crunch. And no, actually, now I'm gonna have to try and remember to look when I go to the store next time. How about a crunchy? Do you remember crunchy bars?
Sounds familiar.
The gold package with red. It was a big red letter and it's a crunchy on it. It had like a weird, different honeycomb inside to it.
Yes, I do, because I used to buy those from 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, I got it.
Crunchy bar. Yeah. Okay, they do have crunch. I haven't seen a crunchy bar in a while. But yeah, they're good. They're tasty.
Yes, even though there's not a whole lot in the way of sugar or chocolate. Yeah, I used to buy those.
Yes. Yeah, I'm on the same page. Yep.
For whatever reason, I used to love the inside of a crunchy bar. Just like, get the hell out of here. Just like, for whatever reason, my taste has changed over the years. I love coffee crisp, and I have no idea why.
It's funny how your palate changes the older you get, right? When stuff you really enjoyed when you were younger, like I loved Three Musketeers. I loved them when I was a kid, and now I've had one, and I'm like, they're okay, but yeah, no.
Yep, Tex got it. A burrito.
A burrito. There you go. Nailed it. Yeah. So Reverend Ryan agrees the coffee crisp is good. So maybe we're just getting old. And like we're just all about the, maybe that's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I missed one on Gordo. Two of them. Yeah, two in there. Wow, we are setting the bar high today, folks. Everybody. But I still think my favorite. Oh, I agree with Frey. That or the molasses candy. And we'll bring it up. My wife loves molasses candy. Oh.
I gave in on Friday and I got a little just a little bag of bulk Halloween candy. Candy corn was one of them, and I can't remember what the others were, but I like candy corn. Again, it's not one of those overly flavored candies, but for whatever reason, I like it now.
There it is. I needed to find a picture. I just wanted so you could see. Now, this to me is 80s. This reminds me of being in school. I don't know why this, because I was a kid back then, right? So this this is old Hallows Eve to me. I'm like, oh, this hits me in the feels. Just memories. That stuff.
Ooh, I remember.
Yeah, do you remember? But yes, molasses candies. Kim loves them. Oh, loves them. I still, like, if I'm going to get a candy bar, and I don't anymore because I can't eat it, if I'm going to indulge, it's a Mars bar or Reese's peanut butter cup. You can never go wrong with a Reese. Come on, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I've tried the sugar-free ones. It's just not the same. It's just not the same. Candy pumpkins. All right, you weird Texas mofo. What are candy pumpkins? Is that like marshmallow crap?
You see, Alma, you make comments like that, and to me, you used to be up here, but now you're right about here when you say stuff like that.
So now I'm looking here so is candy pumpkin just like another candy corn, just differently shaped? Is that what it is, Tex? Because that's by that picture, that's what it looks like. Right? Like, isn't that no, you effed it all up again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it appears to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, rockets are okay. Again, I always felt bad when you got the rockets because they're always like the last candy in the bottom of the thing. You're like, that's what I said, Tex. And you're just like, well, I guess we'll eat the rockets now, so I got left. Yeah, that's what I was getting at, Tex. Yeah.
Yep. Made out of the same stuff, just different shapes.
Yes.
Fine.
Yep. So you don't eat it anymore, but like everybody, like, what's your go-to chip? Because on Saturday night we got some snacks because we were again gonna watch a movie and we watched cartoons instead, which is still a movie. But I got a sugar-free Lindt chocolate bar, which was delicious. You can find them at your Walmart. They're $5 a bar, so they're expensive because they're sugar-free. Wow. And I was like, oh, I need something salty to go with it, and not a batch of semen. Before anybody says it, because I figured it was going to come out. I got a tube of Pringles. I could have with some Pringles. I like me some Pringles.
Any particular flavor or the regular?
Barbecue.
Ooh.
I love the barbecued flavored Pringles. Ooh. Now, the jalapeno cheddar, are those the mesquite, like the kettle corn or the kettle chip ones? Because those are delicious. Man, I had a good workout today. I'm going to ruin up eating dumb shit. I'm going to have some, like, lactose-free yogurt after I'm done this. I'm going to have something, like, kind of healthy. I'm going to talk about all this candy and crap.
There's got to be a way, because the mind is a powerful thing. When you talk about stuff like candy, you start to crave it. So there's got to be some way that you can rewire your brain to not have those cravings after you talk about something like that. There's got to be a way.
But I mean, there are lots of alternatives nowadays that you can, like, sugar-free and whatnot, so you can kind of get away with it. So, oh, yeah. I've had chili cheese Fritos. They're delicious. And I have not had the spicy limon. I think that's lemon Doritos.
No. Don't play it. Don't play it.
No, not yet. We got to see. Well, we need a correction.
I think he's right.
We got to look it up.
Yeah, limon is a thing. Yep. It's okay.
All right. Oh, good Lord. And
She's got the record already. She has beaten Brody for the most typos on a show.
we don't even have a picture of her that we could do, like, put her picture and trade it out for Brody. Like,
we won't, and we won't.
We wouldn't either. We would never dox you, even if we found out. Definitely go in the spank bank. We would never dox you. Wait, what did I just say? Yeah, I know it.
Salty and gooby. Can you tell us what it is? Because I don't want to say you're trolling us and you're going to say, oh, it's a bunch. Oh, escargot. Great. Lime. Limon, lime. Yeah.
Lime.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. We're not going to play it.
Oh boy.
Jesus, I haven't had escargot in years.
Me
from
neither.
A restaurant.
No, me neither. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, it was all right.
Another thing I had years ago, and I remember liking it, was eel. I had it at Chinese store or Chinese food place. It was good. Eel. One of the best. It was a weird texture, like slimy, and it was a different texture. But I was ready to be repulsed, and I was not. Actually, wasn't too bad.
And you didn't add anything to it like salt or ketchup?
Pepper. I'm not a big putting salt on my food. I like putting pepper on my food. I stay away from the salt because there's enough salt in our food. So I try my best to stay away. If I am going to do salt, I do like a little bit of seasoning salt.
Good idea.
Yeah, not salt though, like seasoning salt.
Yeah, I went to Costco years ago and I bought a huge thing of seasoning salt. And it took a good few years to go through it because, as you say, our food is salty enough.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried caviar.
Me neither. It just doesn't look appealing to me. You know, and I tell people, well, you need to try it. It tastes delicious. And it's like, I don't like the look of it. You know, it just looks gross. It's kind of like when Sam Jackson Bear, when they're talking about like he in Pulp Fiction, that doesn't eat pork, and he's like, yeah, sewer rat can taste like pumpkin pie, but I'll never know because I'm not going to eat the nasty motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm not going to eat it because he's not wrong about pigs. You know, they do wallow in their own shit, but they are delicious, and I will continue to eat and wallow away. I'll wash it off again if I have to. So
and personality goes a long way.
That's a Nick line there. I can't believe you just did that. You're supposed to be the straight edge one. I'm the one supposed to say the dumb stuff to get us kicked off things. Lord.
I'm sure you'll redeem yourself one day.
Oh, I'm sure within the next probably 45 minutes to hour I will. Depending how long we're here. So so do you have any stories that you would like to discuss? Any Halloween-y stories maybe you would like to talk about?
I don't know about Halloween stuff. Nothing exactly Halloween related.
Okay.
No.
So that would make a lot of sense why you're not supposed to eat pork, right? If that is indeed true.
That is weird. Sewage and garbage in biblical times, so that I can see why there was hysteria around the 1600s with the Salem witch trials of people were cooking and eating pigs that had consumed sewage and garbage.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that makes total sense, right?
Although I've heard, so now that I've said that, don't believe it. I've heard that during that time, some people had eaten, was it mushrooms or something that either made them sick or hallucinate, which could have been the catalyst for the Salem witch trials.
Really? That's actually very interesting.
It's a possibility, but then you mix in the thinking of the time combined with puritanical religion, and you've got that powder keg of just absolute stupidity, which became the Salem witch trials.
Totally legit. I mean, that could totally be it. Like, yeah, and it's amazing what people believe, didn't believe, and like they didn't know. Like, who knows? They could have been eating stuff they weren't supposed to, and it could have effed them all up.
Yeah.
Right? Who's to say, right?
Yeah, and it's not always that the Occam's razor explanation of the simplest way is the way. it's sometimes a combination of things. And I've said that many times before. And I'm thinking that I'm using Occam's razor in the wrong way, but for some reason, it's just stuck in my brain as Occam's razor being the simplest explanation is the way.
Right.
Problem-solving principle that recommends searching for explanations constructed with the smallest possible set of blah, 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 blah. Shaving off unlikely explanations from conceptually.org. Okay.
So 42 years ago today, October 30th, 1981, Halloween 2 was released. Just popped up here, just kind of, like I said, scrolling through Facebook, just looking for stuff to discuss. And
It was okay.
okay, sorry. So this is a playlist that's on Spotify or Apple. I'm going to read the song. The playlist title is Songs That Excite the White Folk. Song number 1, Stacy's Mom, Fountains of Wayne. Song 2, Piano Man by Billy Joel. Song 3, Don't Stop Believin', Journey. Song 4, Ice Ice Baby, Vanilla Ice. Song 5, Shot Through the Heart, Bon Jovi. Song 6, Mr. Brightside, The Killers. Song 7, Come On Eileen, Dexter's Midnight Runner. Song number 8, Sweet Home Alabama, Leonard Skinner. That's awesome. Songs that excite the white folk. Hey, you're not wrong about Piano Man. I sing that at karaoke and everybody cheers and sings along, and it's a good time. Good time.
Especially when you first started off.
Yes. When that piano starts, everybody's head, every white person, it goes, you know, like there's a guy who does, like, how do you summon all emos and with one note? And he plays like the piano note from Helena by, My Chemical Romance song, this whatever parade, the Black Parade or Dark Parade or whatever the hell it's called. I'm on My Chemical Romance fan.
Okay. No, I never listened to My Chemical Romance. I have no idea.
Anyway, let's rip through some of these stories you have.
Well, okay, why not?
Unless there's more stuff you want to talk about, but...
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, we can always talk about more stuff, but...
So we had discussed religion momentarily.
Mm-hmm.
And now this was 3 weeks ago. Telling children that LGBT practices are sinful.
We talked about this already.
Oh, no.
Yes, we did. Yeah, I remember her, the lady. So we did talk about that. Yeah. So, embarrassing. Yeah. I don't know. I've never heard anyone ask that before. Go.
Just a quick note. We went from 38 to 40 subscribers in the past 2 weeks. So to the 2 new subscribers, thank you. And why?
Thank you.
Hopefully they're not bots or Russian trolls.
Yes. We haven't had a Russian troll in a long time, though.
Yeah, I'm starting to miss those advertisements for XXX sites.
Yes. Yes. Okay, this is a pretty impressive costume, I will say. This gentleman's costume is pretty impressive.
Wow, that's a throwback.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good.
I like that.
Anyone with young kids, what are your kids dressed up as this year? I don't think there's anyone here with maybe Gord, but...
Oh, Texas.
Oh, Texas, yeah. What are your kids dressing up as this year?
What was the most extravagant Halloween costume that you wore as a kid?
Never was really extravagant.
Okay.
Yeah, yourself? Did you have one that you really, like, put the effort into or whatever? Or...
Well, it's a shame Dad isn't here because he would probably be able to remember. I don't think it went beyond, just because of the temperature and my age. It went beyond a jacket and then some basic clothing underneath and a mask. I think that was as far as it went for me.
Yeah. I mean, it was so cold. Like, yeah, you couldn't not wear the coat. And remember, we all had those stupid plastic suits with the horrible Halloween masks, right? So,
Yeah.
Well, wow. Just looking, scrolling through stuff.
No, I don't have any real stories at this point. I'm kind of moving away from stories because I'm realizing that most of what I want to discuss when it comes to a story is just, nitpicking little bits.
Mm-hmm.
A zombie, nice.
Nice. Well, that's a good call right there. I also feel that, like, when it did paint, if I got my face painted, it itched, or and it would run, right? Because, like, sweaty, and especially because, again, you're so cold and you're running house to house, and so no. Yeah, nothing too special.
That reminds me, I can't remember which year it was, and I don't remember exactly what costume it was. I think one year I went as Freddy Krueger, and there was some time put into some face paint and whatever else went into his ghoulish visage at the time, because at the end of the night, peeling that off, especially from the cold weather, that was a chore. Jesus, I barely remember that. But I remember I had Dad's, one of his work gloves, and I cut up cardboard and put tinfoil on it for the fingers.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would have been awesome to see. Groundskeeper Willie.
On fire. She is on fire.
Are you still Big Red like last week? Are you still trying to type with those long fingernails? That would explain a lot.
Oh yeah, did you rip your vagina by chance?
Oh jeez, I thought we were over that.
Well, no, I mean, if you're using Wolverine claws to have to take care of your womanly parts, you got to be careful of that.
16 times.
16, because he's a 16-time champion.
Really Mysterious left a comment recently.
Oh.
And he was talking about explanations of UFO videos. And there's a guy named Mick West who has his own YouTube channel.
I watched a couple of his videos, actually, because I did see that comment and I watched them. So it was interesting. If the guy is correct, it was some good points on it, honestly. So I think I watched like the 5-minute one or something. But yes, it was interesting. Like, he brought up a lot of, oh my goodness, now you're not even trying anymore.
And now for something completely different.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I did watch one of the videos. It was a very interesting watch. So if you are into the whole space area and stuff, then you should watch that, because he makes very good points, I thought, because I did watch some of it.
I'll bring up his channel, Mick West.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, okay, I will lie. I only watched the first video, and it's like 5 minutes and 4 seconds. So it was some interesting stories brought up. I looked at the very first one, the UAP investigation with public data. So it was thank you, really, that was a very interesting video to watch. So I recommend checking it out. The guy made some very good points in that video. I remember really actually mentioning some of those points while we were talking last week. So I would recommend to go watch it. If that interests you, I recommend you go watch it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll keep people busy for a minute or two.
Yep.
Shorts are getting more and more popular as time goes on.
I quite enjoy them, actually. I quite enjoy shorts. Actually, that's what I watch when I get on a bike now, is shorts.
Hey, Casey, they don't know jack crap. Yeah, you tell them.
Yeah.
I don't know that Frank's here to defend himself, but I think Tex is probably watching a game and having us on in the background, so I'm sure he'll chime in at some point.
Yeah. So.
How you doing, Casey? Did you move?
Well, yeah, he had to roll over so his girlfriend could wash him with the stick on the cloth on a stick. No.
And that deserves a... Art Bell was interesting.
Never listened. I did like on CBC on Sunday nights used to have like the stories, like Arabian Nights and whatnot. Those are cool to listen to. Doug McNichol, Eddie and Donald's dad, actually introduced me to those, and I listened every once in a while. They're cool. Like I quite enjoy, especially when the narrator's voice is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just downloaded a podcast because I listen to Dateline on podcast form, and they just had one called So Morrison Mysteries come out. He's one of the guys from Dateline, and they just did The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and he read at the end of the story, and that he's got a very awesome voice, and yeah, I recommend it for a podcast. It was kind of cool. Morrison Mysteries.
Oh, that's the greatest comment so far. War in the chat. Speaking of which, Nick, I got one for you, and I found this recently. This is great. So this guy, great radio host. I think he's out of Pennsylvania. He died 3 years ago, but he can tell a good story, and I think he's reading bits of books, but he's so good in how he reads these books. I really recommend this. His name escapes me, but he's got a whole lot. It's from Mind Disrupt.
I was just seeing if it was actually on podcast, but no, it doesn't appear to be. Yeah, like the Orson Welles voice, that radio voice, right?
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
Yeah.
Very, very smooth, Casey. Very subtle. Good job. Good job, Casey. Said no one ever. Ah! No? Oh, killing it. Mm-hmm. Casey making friends always. Okay. Well, anything you'd like to discuss? We're kind of spinning wheels now.
Yep, I've got at least one of these for you. If nothing else, the intro helps to bring up the show.
Yeah.
And as usual, Beverly likes us on Facebook. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated.
And that doesn't shock me.
He who fights and runs away. Hey, Casey?
Yeah.
That should be on the back of a t-shirt that you can wear.
Yeah. Actually, you need to give it to that person so you can read that to know when their back is turned to you, and then you can attack. Sounds about right.
All right, so rather than being the old misogynist pile of trash that we collectively are, I got a Darren for you.
Fuck, I want to play fucking. Come on, man. Come on. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy. Come on, man. Oh, no, he's filming me. You're such a Karen bitch. Look at you. What's going on? You're such a bag.
What else you got?
Hey, dude, if I was your age, I'd get out and rip you out of the car.
If you were my age,
You're a bitch.
how old are you?
You're a bitch. And I'm 65, but I'll still fucking.
Man, you run your mouth a lot.
Still kick you in the
You run your mouth a whole lot.
faggot. You're a faggot. You're a bitch. You wouldn't even hit me, you fucking bitch. Fucking seabass Cadillac. You know what? You're not even,
Are you a little triggered? You a little triggered, big fella?
dude, I make more money in a week than you make in a year, dude.
That's good. Is this your company?
He's like, no, it's not.
Oh, that's good.
You're a faggot Cadillac. Anything else? Why don't you turn it on
Yeah.
yourself, you dumb fag?
What's the matter?
Oh, come on. Oh, you're hurting my feelings.
Yeah, yeah, you're in trouble, sir. You're not going to be working for that company anymore. Just saying, you know.
I wonder. 1-800-545-1792.
1792.
Where is this guy out of? Well, it's not easy to find when I put it in like that. Giggity. No, I have no idea where this guy is based, but great advertising for his company, if that is his company or employer.
Well, he said it wasn't his company. I want to go look now. So, did you put the name as well? The company?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Might be too general a term, water damage restoration. Like
Well, is that like OC? Like, could that be Orange County? I bet you. OC.
good possibility.
Water.
I got to know a little bit more about what butt funneling video games is, Casey. Yes, very good, very obvious point. Why would he be driving the vehicle if he doesn't work for them? Even if he borrowed it from a friend, that's still not a great thing to do.
Can you imagine? Yeah. Hey, man, can I borrow your vehicle? I got to move this. And then you're like, hey, you're a poohead and a cigarette and a cigarette and a cigarette and a cigarette and a cigarette. And it's just like, and you're like, excuse me, sir, buddy, you borrowed my vehicle. What did you do? Wow. This guy was made a cigarette, and I had to tell him numerous times.
Now, it's true that we don't know what the interaction was between these two before the filming commenced, but I don't know that in this day and age, this kind of retort would be, warranted, given that almost everyone has a camera on their phone.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. We got our own awesome Mexican sleuth, because look who found it. Alma sent me that. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
There he is.
Whoops, sorry.
Oh, no!
Got it.
I'll bring it back up.
Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, I don't get road
Thanks,
rage
Alma.
like that either, Casey.
Yeah, so let's see. Trying to see. Where are you located? 24-hour service. I should give him a call. Say, hey, can you help me all the way up here in Alberta? Where is that?
949 area code. Sorry, Orange County. Great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I was right. Orange County. That's funny. But
Thank you, Alma.
Oh, we should email them. Hey, does that guy who said cigarette a bunch of times work for you guys still?
Not great advertising for
Yeah.
your company.
Just saying, we're in Canada and found you guys because this guy said cigarette a bunch of times. Let's probably one of your trucks.
So for that sleuthing, Alma, you are no longer here. You're still not here, but you're right about there. So good on ya.
Going places. Going places. Oh.
I should have kept this from. I found it right after American Independence Day, where I think it was doctors see the most patients out of any other time of the year with regards to damage to their hands from fireworks, and I think that's going to be the case on November 1st.
Really? Yeah, probably.
Had a job in finding people. Whoa.
Yeah, don't mess around too much. She'll find you.
Yeah, she's going to send some representatives of La Raza. What do we got here? Oh, yeah.
Freddy Cougar.
That kind of looks photoshopped, though.
I don't care. Hey, listen, Frank, stop taking the fun out of everything. Okay, some stuff can be real. Oh. Ridiculous. All right, what else you got?
Speaking of which. Stupid people.
Before you go on, you got to see how Fred Durst and Wes Borland were dressed up at a concert. This is great. This is amazing.
The only response that makes sense to that is,
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Wow. That's awesome. I'm going to send that to Jared. Okay, next show.
I think Alma and Frank are somehow in cahoots because she looked for people and he dealt with them.
Hey, I dealt with them in sanitation.
Little bit of concrete, little bit of water. Hey, oh.
Hey, sometimes we want to get rid of fast. We get rid of the wood chipper. We go through it fast, right? Hey, capiche? Scusi. Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo.
Saw it in that movie. The guy just jumped into the wood chipper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just happened. It happened. Yeah, like that movie with the guys that take on evil. Kids must be like suicide pacts or something.
Ugh, I hate in this day and age that people will do stupid stuff just for clicks and clout, and this is one of those things.
It's gonna break. Oh,
Hey, shit, man. Wendy, shit, man. Oh, shit. Damn. Bro.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Oh.
I thought the glass was gonna break.
Upon my first viewing, I thought that too.
Yeah. Well, then there's that.
We gonna build our own wall, eh? It's gonna be made out of you white people. Yeah.
Oh, the internet is an amazing thing. Bro, do you even... Bro?
Depending, Tex, on how you define zombie, maybe it's already here.
Yes.
Because there are lots of people out there who will say, oh, we got NPCs all over the place. So an NPC could be slang for a zombie.
Zombie. No? Oh, that's pretty good.
Nope. Good song, though. What the
It totally looks like you're like, ah!
Stop.
No.
Stop.
You stop.
You stop. You.
I'm bringing funny things and whimsical stuff to this show. All right? Whimsical, even. I thought so anyway. All right. So, next stuff.
I was looking for pictures, but it would take way too long. Nah. Not going to bother this week.
Okay.
You know, apparently some people are actually preparing for that or have prepared where they think a zombie outbreak is real and it's actually going to happen. Now, I wouldn't go so far as to say zombie outbreak, but the slow and continual degradation of our current society with the dwindling of resources will eventually lead to something like an apocalypse where there'll be too many people and not enough resources to go around. So therefore, a whole bunch of fighting as if it were an apocalypse. I think that's more likely. Either that or nuclear war.
War! Yeah! Huh! What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Yeah! War! Huh! Good God! Yeah! Mercy! Amen! Anyway, sorry. Can't have a stroke there.
When in doubt, reference music.
Yes, very much. As you can tell, we're spinning wheels here, folks.
Yes. So it's a shame Really Mysterious isn't here because I would ask him if he has any music recommendations, but since he's not, does Nick have any music recommendations?
Does Nick have any musical recommendations? I do. So I'm actually going to bring up a death metal song by Rivers of Nihil, Nihil, from the album Monarchy, number 6, Dehydrate. My drummer sends me these songs all the time. A lot of them don't stay on my phone. This one got downloaded. I really liked it. So, yeah, every once in a while, something Coley sends me I like, and it ends up on my phone. So.
And out of all the movies that I saw in the past 7 days, which was a little bit less than 20, but nonetheless close to, this one impressed me the most. It is called Queen of Earth. It's from 2015. It's an independent film. It stars Elizabeth Moss and Catherine Waterston. I know that when I see Elizabeth Moss's name in the credits that I'm going to get a good performance and a believable performance, and as well something that I'm not prepared for. She was excellent in this film, and you got to have someone that's good enough to play off her, and that in this case is Catherine Waterston. Brody in the past has talked about Sarah Paulson and how lovely she is, and she is, but for me, Catherine Waterston is just that much better. This is a good film. It's a character study, hour and a half long. No blood, no guts, no explosions, no boobs. So Tex will be skipping out on this one, but this to me was really good. It held my attention from beginning to end.
Excellent. Nice. Okay, well, this is a shorter show for us, but yeah, just you can feel it. I can feel it. You can feel it. I'm sure everyone else can feel it. Yeah, we're spinning wheels here, so it's time to bid adieu. Everybody have fun tomorrow. Trick or treat. Leave your lights on. If you're not working, hand out some candy. Have fun. Enjoy the evening. I'm going to go upstairs, I think, and watch Garfield's Halloween. And this is The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. So that is what the rest of my night was in hold. So
Of course.
I guess before we go really quick, like, what are some of your favorite cartoons? Not horror movies, but are there cartoons like as a child you like? I still watch, like I just said, Garfield's Halloween and The Great Pumpkin every year. So, oh, look who does a run-in right at the end. Brody, your title, you lost your title. Big Red took it over tonight, dude. I don't think she got one text out that wasn't a jarble of words. Like, yeah, it was bad. So,
And that really makes...
Go ahead.
That really makes Brody look bad because he is not wearing, at least to my knowledge, not wearing fake nails in order to do these typos like Big Red is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Yeah, I like all the Treehouse of Horrors, but yes, I will agree with you there. I wasn't a big King of the Hill fan, full disclosure. I watched some of the episodes. I never got into it like The Simpsons or Family Guy for a while there. Even South Park. A South Park one with Korn was pretty good. Halloween one. So, all right. Let's get the hell out of here.
I think it was season 3. The Simpsons Halloween special was really good, if I remember correctly. And of course, the Garfield one. I don't know if it was a Halloween one, but it was the car that had to be sacrificed to the volcano. I loved that one.
Yeah, I don't remember. No, that wasn't the Halloween one was with the pirates.
I used to watch Roseanne as a kid.
Yes, I like Roseanne as well.
And anything unsolved mysteries I loved.
Yes. Yeah. Back at the gym. Good job. I'm not even going to make fun of you. Good job, man. That's a really good job.
Good job.
Yep. So, all right, let's wrap it up before I do make fun of them. I love you guys. Have fun tomorrow night. Be careful. Be safe. Trick or treat. And, God, we'll see you guys in November already. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And thanks to everyone who is here in some way, shape, or form, including Brody, Beverly, Casey, Fraser, Tex, Frank, Big Red, Bolo, Alma, Gordon, and Ryan, people we haven't seen in a while and we hope are doing well. Hanama, Overseer, Penny, Jen, Corey, both Trevors, Jolene, and the other Jolene. Shout out to Gareth, Susan, Ravi, and Ashley. We will be back next Monday. And I was almost going to leave it on a cliffhanger, but I'm not going to play the wrong outro and then come back because I do have a moment of Zed for us. And
all right. Well, you guys have
kind of fitting for this day and age. It's strange.
Excellent. You guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you guys next Monday.
Don't eat too much candy, especially as you get older, because the beatus.
I got it.
That's, you know what? I keep thinking just for a joke, we should have sponsorships or ads, but nothing makes sense. But now that you said that, we can get a Beatus sponsorship because someone got the Beatus.
I should be the next Wilford Brimley.
Yeah.
Stop Beatus. Did you see the video of that cat that goes, stop Beatus?
Yes.
It's funny because it's gonna kill me.
Grow out that mustache because the chin beard is way bigger than the mustache, and you gotta shout out Wilford Brimley in some way, shape, or form.
I can't do that because the mustache drives my wife nuts, so that ain't gonna happen. Speaking of that, test my sugar. Yeah, we're in range, baby. All right, let's get the hell out of here.
Okay. Thank you all very much. We'll be back next Monday, which will be November the 6th, which is one day after Remember, the 5th of November. We are not doing a V for Vendetta review, but I'm sure at some point in time, Frank and the people on The Harsh Truth will be. So watch out for them. And they're doing their charity stream at some point soon to help save the animals. So if you don't donate, then that means you don't like animals. Because that's how the thinking goes in this day and age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, then. See y'all later.
Peace.